In this video I'm going to show you how to tie the slip D rig. Firstly, you'll need your choice of hook. I find the curved shank hooks work really well with the slip D, some coated braid, an anti-tangle sleeve, some shrink tube, some micro bait swivels or bait screws, and some tungsten putty. Okay, stage one is to remove some of the coating from the coated braid. So as I said here, I'm using the £20 tungsten loaded from ESP, and you've got to strip approximately about 4 inches off the end, so allow enough for you to tie the whole rig. Now I find a 6-inch rig works quite well with the slip D, though it's entirely up to you. Now the good thing is with the ESP is this coating strips off really easily. Okay, I'll do a little bit more than that. Okay, the next part of tying the slip D is to get this inner part of the braid there through the eye of the hook. Now it's really important that you get that through the right way. Now what I find is if you use a bit of bait floss, you can almost use it like a needle to help you thread it through. Now make sure that you go in the right way, so you want the braid to be exiting the back of the hook there. And pull it through. Next part is you need to attach your bait screw or your bait swivel, so it's a case of just threading it on through that doubled over part that you've just put through the back of the hook, like that. And then looping over the point of the hook, like that. The next stage is positioning your bait swivel or bait screw. Now what I find is just in line with where the barb would be. I'm using barbless here, so I've got to guess roughly where that is. And it's a case of just pulling on these bits of braid here to manoeuvre it into the right position. So once you're happy with where your micro bait swivels has been located, it's a case of tying on your knotless knot, and you need to make sure that you trap that tag end there through the eye. Pass the braid through the back of the eye of the hook, like that. Now as you can see there, I've left enough of the uncoated braid there to allow it to turn and be flexible. Next stage is to thread on your shrink tube and push it up over the eye of the hook. As you can see, I've steamed that shrink tube there now, and that's tightened down nicely. Next stage is attaching your AntiTangle sleeve. I find if you thread it onto a pointy needle like that, you can just thread it on a lot easier, like that. Next part is tying your loop knot. Like that. And once you're happy with the length of the rig, I've gone very short, just so you can see the hook and the loop knot at the end there. Trim off your tag end and pull down your knots tight. Okay, we're just about the last stage of tying the slip D. The final part is just adding some tungsten putty to the braid, where the join from the coated braid to the uncoated braid. Not everybody does this, though I find if you do add a bit of a tungsten putty there, it does help pull the hook down into the bottom of the carp's mouth. So there you have it, that's the slip D. I've made it a lot shorter than I would normally fish it, so you can see the lead arrangement, attachment, and the hook itself. Give it a go and see how you get on.